Alright, morning everyone. Apparently, our good friend Cameron, player Vinzorwin, is planning to do a Minecraft thing today. Maybe I'll stream Minecraft later. That'd be interesting. Oh man, who knows? Alright, welcome to the art stream, people. A relaxing stream in which I do random things in art. Let's see what we've got today. And the guys are welcome to join me, although it's early. Most likely they won't. But yeah. So, I have been going through, and I have plans to name a lot of stuff. I've just got to remember. So we've got islands up there. We haven't done them yet. We have not done the Risen Empire. God, I haven't even done the noble families of the Tiefling lands. But we do have a lot of stuff we have to do and go through and mess with today. One of my main things is I'm going to take some of the main cities from this one and put them in the nature map. Now, I haven't done the land draw of certain areas because the areas aren't as well known. So, we'll work on that as we go. Let me see. Welcome, by the way, those who are chilling out and hanging out with us today. I am sorry. The reason I keep like looking over here, my camera was over here. So, well, send me a video or invite me onto the server later, and all for Twitch. But yeah. So we've gotten a lot of stuff done. Today, the goal is to take some of these specific locations and put them into the main, I think it's the Overworld Rough, our really beautiful piece that we were working on, that we've done a lot of work to. Because I've been working on this thing for like weeks on end. So our final goal with this is to get the capitals kind of done um, for each of the nations onto the map. Just to kind of give it that nice artsy look and add to it. So we will be doing that today. And that's pretty much all I have planned. I'm going to chill out. The usual rules apply. 10 bits gets you a house name of your favorite race. And then 20 bits for a weapon named after you. So, let us start in lands I know well. Oh, what's Cameron saying? Let me see. Can I even make a server? Flops in bed. I don't know. Alright, so we're going to start out with the areas we know best. Now, I screwed up real quick. I need to open up cities again. Save that so I can have the file sitting next door. Save. Oh, yeah. Save as. Can we? Oh, yeah, that's right. I have to export it. Cancel. Export. Normal. Okay. There we go. Replace that image. Alright. Now I can open the other one and then pull up the image that I was working on so I can exactly see what I was doing. Now you guys won't be able to see it, mostly because I'm not showing my entire screen. I'm just showing off in WonderDraft. World map. There we go. And I'll be uploading it later as well for the drive as I'm working on stuff. Ah, man. Got something caught in my throat today. But yeah. What's going on? Emails. Okay. If you missed it on Sunday, we will not be doing D&D streams, by the way, for a couple of weeks. So, just as a heads up. Alright, there we go. Alright, so let's start with Dragon's Gate in relation to that thing, because that's the easiest one to get down. So Dragon's Gate is right literally at this, so symbols, castles, what kind of castle? Oh my god. There we go. What kind of castle did I use in that? Oh, seriously, it's gonna... That's bull. Okay. Okay, so it's a red one. Got it. Do. Actually, though, I do like that kind of darker color. And how big? So we would put it right here on this river. Because that's kind of where in relation it was. So we'll have Dragon's Gate there. Let's see if we can find a nice label for it that appears in the... We'll have to play with some colors here. Okay. Now this will be an alternative save, so I will be saving it as something else. Let's just do 8 font, and let me already save as. We'll call it Overworld Rough Cities. There we go. There we go. So now it's got a different name. Alright, now if I... Ooh, that's a really tiny label. Should I instead... wait, let's delete that first. Let's see, should we instead put a label here? Well, that's a really big goddamn label, so no, I guess not. Alright, let's see if we can get... We'll do a little bit bigger font. Let's see. Yeah, we're gonna go do definitely a bigger font. No. Let's try 20. There we go. Now let's zoom out to what would be normally at 100%. Oops. There. I kind of like that. It pops really well. And it is one of the major cities on in the trade, so... Alright, oh god, I can't read that image. Icy Dawn, I think is what I named that city. And it is in oh, damn it, I did the stupid thing. Alright, let me move over there again. And what relation is it? So it's right above that little dick-looking thing. Cool, perfect. You'll see what I mean here in a minute. Let's zoom back in. Let's go 300. And what kind of castle did I use? Damn it. I used one of the blue ones. Okay. So, let's see. Ink castles. Yep, here it is. We'll make it a little bit larger. It's about right here. And then labels. Except since this is in complete white, we're gonna do it as something else. So, I see. Alt enter? No, okay, is it no, I don't need another label. I'm trying to get to that one. Enter, no, okay. Alt. Nope, okay. Shift enter, probably? There we go. Let's try a different font for this one. No. No. Ew. I mean, I kind of do like this style more, but I do definitely think... Oh, God damn it. Go away. Maybe I should do it like that. Alright, now back out to 100. Okay, I can dig that. It looks good. Looks pretty good, you know. Alright, what other maps we got? Okay. So we don't have the name for the genocide one. I'm gonna have to come up with some names as we go. But we'll do the castles we already have named. Okay, Stonehold is next. Oops, well, I just did the wrong thing, but that's okay. Because I think Stonehold is, yeah, a normal castle. So let's go over here. Go to 300. I said 300, not 250, please. Thank you. Symbols, alright. So Stonehold, I think, is... No, it's the other one. Okay. This one. Alright, we want this chunk all the way down. And in relation, where is it exactly? It's right off the little river thing here, so here would be perfect. Yes, I like it. It looks good. Okay. Text. This time we are going to go back to Snowy White because I think it highlights better. Stonehold. Alright, let's see how it looks from 100%. Not bad. Kind of fits out. Okay. Well, sorry for tapping my mic trying to drink my coffee. Okay. So far, so good. Let's see. Next we've got the Blazing Hold, which is at the middle of the two rivers that cross. Okay. So Blazing Hold is right here, but we need a castle for it, please. Let's grab one. It's a dwarven castle, though. And what kind of design did I use for it? Blazing Hold is just a simple mine design. So it's one of these. I kind of like it. It sits well. Let me see if I can actually move it a slight. Let me see how far. It's actually up a little bit more. There. I like that better. Alright. Let's get another line item in here. And I might shrink this text down to 15. Just like I might do the same thing here. Okay. See how it looks. Not bad. It fits. It kind of pops a little bit. Not too terrible. Alright. Okay. I don't have any random label signs. I'll put the names of the seas and stuff in as well here in a bit. Next we have... I'm looking for any places that I have named already or designated as the capital. Alright, we can do the Dragonborn. Oh man, itchy nose. Which I can't remember what I named it. Let me itch. God damn. Here, let's zoom out. I can't see it any better. Oh, why did I... oh god. We're gonna have to open that map. Let me save you. Open. Cities. I just need to copy and paste, or copy the name real quick. Jump way down, please, down to here. Labels. Decicorum. Alright. Now, overall rough cities. And they are roughly... That's right, gotta not do that. At the edge of that river. Okay, so right here. And it appears... Okay, so it's one of the human strongholds. Maybe. No, that's one of the other ones. Okay, wait, let me go up here. Here we are. Alright. Perfect. Labels, please. Go to white. Back to 20 font in case. This was Eastside Docto or whatever. Or EC Docto. And this is Decicorum. Oops. Hidden amongst the trees. Alright. Looking good at 100%. We've got some interesting, intricate designs here. Let's keep going. I know I have a lot more of the map done over here, so as far as names go. Ugh. Okay. I might have to actually Google, because I know a few of them, but not all of them. Okay, Bolton Citadel is next. Symbols. And it is... Gotta remember not to do that. Alright. Okay, so it's a lavish looking... It's one of these. Okay. Let's zoom back in, please. Alright. So, in relativity, it's pretty far away from that. It'd be right here. Which seems about right. We need to remove some of the trees. I might go through and desparse some of the trees. Hey, you. There we go. Alright. Just some of them. There we go. That looks better. Alright, label. Let's get another label going here. And this is called Bolton Citadel, I believe. Yep, Bolton Citadel. Did I spell Citadel right? C-I-T-A-D-L. Yeah, looks about right. Alright. Let's go back out to 100. Move you out of the way. Go over there. I think that looks good. Yo, Gregor's man. How you doing, man? I assume man, just because it says man. If I'm wrong, feel free to correct me. Good to hear. Enjoying the art stream, the relaxing D&D map I'm doing. Alright, let's do some saves. Let's see. I think it's Thromgullen is the capital. Yep, okay. So Thromgullen is up here, top right. Oh shoot, that's gonna be a rough one to put because I don't have any rivers and landmarks. It should be roughly in here. Alright, let's find a symbol, zoom back in. Okay. So I think... Ooh, the stream's having issues. Yeah, if you have any questions or you or anything or any comments you want to chat about, feel free to talk to me. I'm gonna be here for a little bit, so and I'm happy to chat. Otherwise, I'm just gonna work on the map. Also, I need to get a shorter mic, I think, because I keep hitting my coffee cup against it. Okay. So let's get a dwarven design on here, and what did I use? Thormgullen is okay, that style. But I think I inversed it. Mirror symbol, yeah, there we go. And so I'm using a custom image. I don't have anything pulled up on the image at the moment. But actually, I think I can set something up real quick. Let me properties. Oh, here. This way you guys can kind of see what I'm doing. Let me see if I can duplicate this. Oop, I'm back. Sorry for the late reply. Cat wanted out. No worries, man. No worries. Yeah, if you have questions on anything I'm doing, let me know. I'm always happy to answer anything, about what I'm working on. Yeah, this is the D&D map. So to give you a better idea, this is the world map that we've been designing for a while now. Which I have many iterations of. This is the artsy one with all the rough terrain and such. I will note that something I do a little different is, although yes, rivers don't usually come from the ocean, I do have a little bit of a change on the world, so small things. But yeah, so it's all freshwater stuff, so it makes it a little more interesting. Salt is a lot harder to get, but yeah. This has been the world I've been designing for a while, and we're just kind of putting on the final touches of the overall terrain map with some of the capitals of each of the nations on it, and so that are named at least. Yeah. As I mentioned earlier, for those people who are just tuning in, I am doing a little thing where I'm doing 10 bits. If you want to donate, that's for a house name. If you want a house named after your D&D character, after your Twitch username, whatever, I will do that. And 20 bits will... Jesus Christ. 20 bits will get you a weapon named after you. Very pretty. I've always wanted to play D&D, but I always end up just watching. Well, I've been running a D&D game on this channel, and you can check me out on YouTube if you have an interest, although it's very boring. I'll send my link of the channel, one moment. Where we keep all of our D&D stuff, and you can check it out. There we go. There is the Grim Legacy, Amateur Hour, and Rejected Potential. Amateur Hour and Rejected Potential are the same people, roughly, but they are two different PCs, groups of PCs, because the first group, Amateur Hour, got themselves wiped out after like 5 sessions or something like that. But yeah, so we do D&D typically every Saturday and Sunday. However, we are on break until February 1st to the 2nd, so that way I could do more lore. Because for those who are new to the channel, I'm working on about an 8-book series of my own D&D homebrew world. And it's massive, not gonna lie. So we've been working on that for a while. I don't know if anybody's joining me today in stream. Okay, no. Alright, so let's see if we can figure out where's Thormgullen go. So, oh man, I should put some landmarks on this damn map. So it is roughly parallel with Bolton Citadel. So if you're there, it would be like right up here-ish? I'm gonna say right there, and we'll move it a little bit. But yeah, I'm always happy to answer questions and anything you want to chat about. But we've been doing D&D for quite a long time. I've been DMing many years, unfortunately. Mostly a DM, never a player. I think Wolf, one of our players who plays Zopip, will be joining us for as the DM for the next 4 sessions while I'm on break. I will be streaming that, so forever DM, yeah, right? It's just how it goes. Thromgollen. Did I spell that right? Let me check. Oh, damn it. Let me check. I have a picture for reference, which I'll show off here in a minute what I'm using. Oh, Thromgollen. Yeah, okay. Let me drop that down to 15 and see how it looks. Alright. Let's scooch out now. Not bad, not bad. Doesn't pop as much as Bolton Citadel, but it is supposed to be smaller. Yeah, when you start doing D&D, definitely, as a heads up, you become a forever DM very easily if you say you want to, if you're willing to DM. Don't homebrew either. That's my best advice. Do not homebrew your entire world because trust me, there's so much work and no one appreciates it. At least that's what I keep giving my players shit for. But yeah. If you're really big into D&D though, you should check out the website D&D Beyond. I'm not sponsored, by the way, just as a heads up. Although D&D Beyond, if you want to sponsor me, you know, I know I'm a small channel, but come on now. Yeah. So as I was saying, they are a good place to find D&D groups. That's where I found almost all my players. So I would love to DM. That's probably my favorite part. It's like the storytelling with interaction. Well, then, you know, there you go. You should get onto D&D Beyond and say that you're looking for players. And there's a lot of people who'll join you. You know, you can do it over Discord, which is what I do. Most of my players and I have been playing for 2 years now, but I can't really do that without knowing how the game works. Do you have? Oh, you don't have any of the D&D books? I mean, there's a bunch of tutorials on how to be a DM and a D&D player on D&D Beyond. It's a good resource. Let me pull it up. Because there's a new player's guide that teaches you how to be a player and all that. Yeah, here we go. It teaches you everything. There. That's pretty much all I personally use. So when I started out, well, actually when I started out, it was my, I think he was my vice president at that point of the game company we were working on. So, you know, fun stuff. Okay, I need to remember if Northbridge, I work at 3D Artists, and I grabbed the monster manual because I love the lore and artwork, which is what made me start watching D&D campaigns. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, I mean, you're a 3D artist, that's badass, man. That's awesome. God, I miss doing game design and stuff like that when I did well, I was never a 3D artist, I was a programmer. I was so bad at art, my teachers gave me C's because they felt bad for me. And I'm not even joking, that's a legitimate story. That happened to me. Let me find something real quick. Yeah, when I first started at the Art Institute out here, it was fun because of the fact that capital. Oh wait, one sec. Military. Okay, so it's Strongdale. That's military capital. Okay. Yo, Monster Mash. But yeah, so when I first started at the Art Institute, I had an art class. Art 101 was learning how to draw like shapes and shadows and stuff. And I had, for our final project, my teacher gave us the assignment to do. Do not delete that. Of draw Lady Liberty, or Liberty for the People, which is a famous painting for those who don't know of the French Revolution. And man, let me tell you, it was so hard to draw because well, one, I'm not an artist, and two, the fact that I was dealing with finding out Lady Liberty is actually a man, not a woman, that they used for the model. Yeah, that made it a little more difficult to draw it. Okay, so roughly, all right. Not my best piece, I can say that for sure. So Strongdale is roughly, I'd say right about here-ish. Alright. But yeah. And so when I drew, wait, what? Yeah, Lady Liberty, I think, if I remember, is based on a man. So I was drawing it. My teacher gave me the best compliment I've ever had for my art, and he said, "You're an amazing corpse artist." Apparently I draw dead people really well, because my art is so lifeless. Which I didn't know if I should take that as a compliment or as an insult, but yeah, so we were doing that, and the instructor basically said, you know, your corpse art, this epic band name. There we go. The instructor looked at me and said, you know, I've never seen a student fail so much at art. Why are you even here at this school if you can't draw? I was like, I'm a programmer, and they stuck me in this art class. He's like, well, even programmers have to understand basics. I was like, no, I'm a programmer because I can't draw. If I could draw, I would go and be an artist. There's way more fun. But yeah, so I he had me draw that, and so I was drawing Lady Liberty, and the shoulders were just so broad, I could not get them to sit right on the image. And I'm like, why does this seem so off? I even tried blowing up the image and tracing it out to see what was going on, and Lady Liberty has man shoulders. And so I did some digging at the time, and I asked my instructor finally because I couldn't find anything. And he's like, "Yeah, I think Lady Liberty was based on a man's physique. They just changed up the face a little bit, made it more narrow." And I'm like, "Well, no wonder I'm having such a hard time drawing this." So the funny part of the story goes that I got so tired of drawing this picture, of trying to draw Lady Liberty, because we only got like 3 colors to work with for this project, that I had to draw the like curvature of the breast on this image, and of course they weren't. It wasn't right looking to me because it was again based on a man from the figure. Very broad looking chest. So I was like, this doesn't fit right according to the anatomy classes I've had to take. So finally, I had like 2 to 10 minutes before class. I was still trying to fix it. I just drew 2 big googly eyes on the center of the chest, and then kind of erased according to the toga and handed it in. And my teacher just looks at me, he's like, "You put googly boobs on this. I'm not giving you a good grade for this." Like, man, I struggled for 2 weeks on this piece, and it was massive. This was like a 6 foot by 4 foot blow up of this tiny freaking image that he gave us. And so I finally just gave up and did that, and he's like, "Oh my god, googly boobs, also good band name." So he's like, "You know, this is so bad, but I feel so terrible for you because you've tried so hard throughout this entire term. I'm giving you a C." It was his last term at the school anyways. He was moving to Texas, so he didn't really care. So I was like, "Oh, thank God," because it was just god awful. Oh man, never again. What did I use? I think I used ruins for the, one sec. Ruin colored. There we go. And that would be, yep, there we go. Let's get rid of some trees there. But yeah, so from that day on, I never did really got into art again. Started running my own business after that. Had, I don't know, somewhere around 200 game designers under my belt contracting. So it worked out. I mean, I was a better businessman than I was a programmer, by far. Um, I was good at handling contracts and reading all that crap, making sure everyone got paid. Dragondale Hold, okay. Yeah. If you can't beat them, hire them and take a piece of their money. That's how I learned. Okay. Let's see how these are looking. Isn't Lady Liberty supposed to be the storming of the Bastille? It might, it's Liberty for the People as the painting. It might be. All I know is it's, Lady Liberty standing up front with a few men to her sides and then a few corpses below her while the French flag is being held in the background, I believe. It's been, I mean, this, give me a break. This was 6 years ago that I drew this painting, so I don't remember exactly. But that was a fun one. God, it was so bad. I learned after that not to draw anymore. Let me see. Okay, so we've got that down. Okay, so I need to figure out what the Helio capital is, or Healy. By the way, while I'm going through this, there's an entire, like, I've got an entire D&D campaign folder that I'm reading through from the book I've been designing, and so that's why I keep, like, taking a few seconds and checking back on stuff to make sure I've got the right placement. So if I suddenly stop drawing, that's why. As I'm trying to figure out where the capitals and stuff are of these places so I can make sure I'm getting the capitals and not getting the wrong cities, because this is only going to be the capitals on this map. But yeah, you can look that up. Okay, so it's Castrum is the capital. Which one is Castrum? Okay, so it's right there. It's down and to the right, over near that river. Okay. So it's here-ish. Oh, shoot. Damn it. Let me make sure. Let me look again. Okay, so it's right at the curvature of that river. Right here. Okay. Got it. Okay. I imagine you guys can't see my cursor, so it doesn't matter. Unless I do something. But yeah. That's from that day on, I was no longer an artist, I can tell you that much. Oh man, I miss those days though. That was some fun classes. Advance, please mirror that, or unmirror that. There we go. We'll remove some trees. But yeah. We are like I said, and again, for those who are just joining, I know I've said this like 5 times now. We are still doing that the bits thing. 10 bits to get a house named after either a D&D character of yours, whatever name you want, as long as it's somewhat appropriate, and 20 bits to get a weapon named after you. So, care to explain some places in your world? Sure. Let me get some water real quick. So, let me really quickly name this, and then I'll answer that question. Is it Castrum? Yeah, Castrum. One sec. Okay. Label. Dupe. Castrum. Alright. And then, let me zoom back out. Okay, cool. So, to give you the gist, this is a world that started out back in... Oh, fuck. 2018-ish, when Tren, the person who plays Ansem, Mizna, and currently A were on in the campaign, and another player came to me saying they wanted to play D&D. We started out with basically this, to give you a rough idea. We had, now, of course, none of the map was drawn out back at this point. This was Silencia. Silencia was Africa, Asia, Europe, a chunk of Australia down here, and then this giant island, which is basically Hawaii. We started out with this campaign, and it kind of expanded from there. To start out with, let me open another map real quick for you, so I can better illustrate what places are as I work on stuff. Come on, open. Nations, there we go, that's what I want. Loading, there we go. Alright, so, in this world, everything's pretty much customized. Ooh, not what I wanted. Let's go 150. Let's go 100. There are some ones that'll have new names attached to them later. I'm fixing some stuff as we go. We have the Holy Dwarven Empire, which is basically a mix of the Mountain Elves and Hill Dwarves. 2 races that for a long time used to be at war with each other, pretty much on a constant. They were led by a mountain dwarf named, I think his name was Alf Stone, is the current king. Do note, this world has about 7,000 years of history. No joke, there are videos of me working on lore and talking about lore of this world. And there will be more actual official videos coming up later when the book is just about at its finish, where I'll go into the races in more depth. But the overall start of this world comes from the concept of the Age of Chaos, where this all kind of began. We had the original goddess who kind of created the world after her brother gave her this planet to work to mold into her own design. She created uh, four children. First was Tanaruk, the god of creation, who is basically imagine a Qunari from Game of Thrones, Dragon Age. Wow, I've not had enough coffee. Very giant horned beast. Um, then was Calthun, the god of chaos, who was kind of similar to Cthulhu, was the basis, but he expanded more into more of a gentler soul, kind of design that would be corrupted as time went on. These two kind of balance each other out, both creating their own races. Tanaruk creating the Goliaths and the Orcs, and marrying the only beings that were not created by him or Calthun, which are the dragons. He married the queen of the dragons, Saphira. And there with that. We also had the Lady of Time. Lady of Time, Tanaruk, and Calthun kind of designed the world in a holy trinity, which is based off the Catholic belief of God, Christ, and the Holy Ghost. The three would balance each other out, keep the world in check, and in a sense, always be working in tandem with each other. As time went on, a being known as Stone the Corrupt, which is actually my original first D&D character I ever ran. His name was Alfred Stone, which, as I mentioned, is also the name of the Mountain Dwarves because he started out as a Mountain Dwarf. Stone the Corrupt would basically go on to cause the entire war between the Holy Trinity gods, as well as watching and supposedly poisoning Alenta the First, his mother, if you will. Taking another page from Greek mythology in that case. During the whole war of these four gods, the world would become created. We would end up with high elves. We would end up with mountain dwarves. Can I have a red orc clan named Slurp Slurp? Yeah, sure, why not? That's fine. I'll do the information here about it here in a sec. Let me write it down though. Hey, that's part of the whole thing. That's one of the little things I do because it means I don't have to write all the houses down later. Alright. We will come up with a name later, or the history of it later. So, the world would be created, basically. We'd have high elves, mountain dwarves, the Yuan-Ti, the Genocide, tieflings. I actually have to pull up my timeline, actually. I have a full, like, no joke. Let me see if I'll show this off. Let me close this, minimize this. There is a full world timeline that we've been working on this entire time that has everything in it, from war history to events, god creations, everything we've gone through and done. So there's a lot in this world that's going on. But yeah, so the four gods would fight. War would become. The High King would win, cheating as is expected of him. Stone the Corrupt would become the name of the High King, or would take the name of the High King, defeating the other four gods, killing one of them, the Lady of Time, and basically putting himself as the High Ruler of the world. At this point, the world would also split in half. This is where, hopefully the OBS will pull it up. We would get this other split of the world, which is up here in the Nordic Empire, or the Nordic Empires. This entire landmass up here, these landmasses down here would all be split off into what is known as Encremia. The two worlds, Silencia and Encremia, would only now in the current storyline merge back together, bringing the races together, and causing many issues. And of course, a lot of these names are not all canon anymore, as we are changing a lot of stuff. Throughout this, the world would have 7,000 years of history that I won't go into full detail about yet. That will be saved for later. The more modern stuff that's going on currently in the story is we have the Grim Legacy, who are up here in our top right now. This is one of the D&D groups who have managed to take over an old elven castle, which has, of course, sparked wars with the High Elf Emporium, who are now warring with them, and currently, in the main story, there is a battle going on for the siege for the capital. We would also have Saphira's High Kingdom pop up just recently. This is ran by a race that was actually just recently created in the last 20 years, known as the Snow Elves, which will get a new name later on as we're going through and designing, but for right now, simplicity is golden. Which would be created based on one of our characters being seduced, let's say, by Saphira, the Queen of the Dragons, who originally lived in this area when it was just a wasteland. This would end up creating a high elf dragon. What's the word I'm looking for? Halfling of sorts, and cause the two to blend well. So you end up with these porcelain-colored elves with porcelain or snow white hair, very good at ice magic. However, there is the issue that they also have draconic wings, and they can breathe. I think it's ice, snow, wind, blizzards. I don't know what we've designed yet. We're still working on it. And that's kind of the overall design of the world. Right now, we're dealing with a huge issue of the two worlds have molded together with two different forms of magic. Word is mud. That's probably right. The world of Silencia, the world that I was just showing off over here, was known to just you have a certain amount of mana, which is called. Oh, we have a term for it, because I have redesigned the magic system a little bit. Again, most of this is homebrew, but you have a vein that goes through your body and a gland that basically allows you to have so much ability to cast so much magic, and just like any muscle would, the more you use it, the stronger you get, so that, of course, that kind of explains how you get more spell slots for certain levels and more magic as you level up. In the world of Incremia, though, it's minus the Storming Empire. The world is actually designed where magic didn't naturally exist inside any of the species. It's based on these crystals that they use. They use these in potions, they use these in contraptions. Only 2 races naturally have magic. The rest of the races actually have to use these crystals that they grow. Depending on what they grow will depend on what kind of magic they can use. And it's more elemental based than anything. The Nephilim, who you'll hear me refer to as the Heli as the new name we've chosen, and the Eclipse, the Voli, as we of course renamed, are both races that are designed around the idea. Well, the Eclipse are designed around physical magic. They don't need the crystals due to the fact that they grow up in basically what would be hell in a sense. Their land is split between the two. And the Nephilim are the only race that are actually naturally magical, mostly due to the fact that they were, at one point, Aasimar, designed by dragons that got split from the Voli. Again, there's a lot of lore to this world. There will be full videos going into this later on. Monster Mash has been pushing for me to do that for a while, to go do a video on like explaining the entirety of lore of each of the races, and do a video series. I do plan to, but to give you an idea, just as a simple one, before I added 23 races to the world, we had a history of the world document that we were working on, and it hasn't been updated in probably like half a year, because I decided to split the entire world into 8 books. The History of Silence is currently standing at, with very basic information on it, I think somewhere around like 200 pages minimum. This is before we did the books, before we did 90% of the race work. This was just mainly designing out the book in the way we wanted it shaped, and with the very basics explained of what we were writing in that section. So there's a lot, and that's what I've actually been working on myself. Is I've been doing that. One of the things that we're going to be doing when we get towards the end is doing the artwork. Like I said, I'm not an artist. I'm just able to use Wonderdraft for the map work, but which I can understand, but I don't draw very well. So I'll be at that point commissioning artists to join on with the team to help us with publication of the book, so that way we can get some artwork of the races done, some interesting items drawn up, and stuff like that. Oh, sorry, the History of Silence is actually currently 330 pages, and it's still going up as it's still loading. But yeah. So there will probably be some lore videos on it later. I'm talking with the other players to do some voice work, maybe, for this stuff, but yeah, we'll see. And I apologize for those who are just watching for the artwork. I wanted to explain everything. But there we go. Back to what we were doing. Also, for those who are watching today, there'll be like 4 or 5 streams today. I'll be doing this stream till about 11, which place I'm gonna go take a shower, and then afterwards, somewhere around noon, I'll jump onto some Total War Warhammer, play a little bit of that. We'll play that probably from noonish to, I don't know, 2, and then we'll kind of switch it up between either Dragon Age or the Dwarves, depending on what people want to watch today, and we'll just kind of stream throughout the day. That's kind of the plan at this point. I haven't thought up anything else. If you have a game you want to see me play that I haven't played in a while, that you've been following for a while, let me know. I'm happy to jump on, and we can work that out. Alright, now I gotta figure out where the Eclipse capital is, which one it is. The Voli. Okay. So we can get that down. Oh yeah, I said I'd do your Red Orc thing real quick. Alright, one sec. Also, did we lose viewers? Oh, we lost people. Sad day. Alright, let me do that Red Orc thing real quick. I think I have it in here somewhere. Oh, I didn't do the nobility and stuff like that yet for the orcs. You shoot. Let me grab one from the dwarves. One moment. Ah, nothing like a little coffee. Alright, we'll just copy and paste you for right now. So, for the Red Orcs, Clan Slurp Slurp. That's a new one on me. Alright, what are we thinking their symbol shall be? What shall be their sigil? I mean, I have an idea, but I'm not putting that into the book. Let's see. What would be a good name for that? Let me think on that. If you have an idea, let me know. But, Slurp Slurp. I'm telling you, today I've been just drawing blanks everywhere. We could do a, we do a Red Orc. No, I'm trying to think of what, I was thinking about doing just a Red Orc head drinking out of a skull or something, a skull cup. Actually, no, why don't we just do a traditional skull cup with red liquid inside. We won't describe what the liquid is. On a white background. There we go. Simple, easy, makes sense to the name. The head ruler, clan chief Slurper, is known far and wide for his small size but quick hands. Chief Slurper stands at a measly, wow, if I can spell measly today, 5 feet tall, but has hands large enough to crack open the skulls of giants, and has done so to many a red orc challenger. His favorite dish his favorite, yeah, let's go with dish. Favorite dish. No, what's a better way to say this? Okay, Chief Slipper stands a measly 5 foot tall, but has enough his hands large enough to crack open the skull of giants, and has done so to many red orc challengers. Known to drink the blood of those he has slain. It's to wonder how many skull cups he has on his throne. Alright, that'll work. Notable items. We'll call it the Skull Cracker. A reversed spiked, what are those things called? The iron knuckles that you can put on. What is that called? Those iron knuckles that you use. There's a term for them. I'm drawing a blank here. Oh, we sell them as meat tenderizers. They're not called iron knuckles. What are they? Knuckle dusters? No, that's not the term I'm looking for. There's a term for the iron knuckles. I just can't remember what they're called. Is it really an iron knuckle? No, that just doesn't sound right. So, for those wondering what I'm looking at, Google iron knuckles and you'll know what I'm talking about. What are these things called? Oh, I cannot remember what they're called. For right now, we'll call them iron knuckles because I can't remember what the hell. Brass knuckles, that's the term I'm looking for. Yeah. God, I was like, it's not iron, but yeah. Reverse spiked, but we would call it iron knuckles. Knuckles that allow the wielder to grab, hold, and pierce the skull of one's enemies, giving full leverage to pull the top of the skull clean off if enough strength is applied to the skull cracker. Has also been known to pop holes in skulls, allowing the attacker to slurp out the brain. There we go. No, we're down to 2 viewers. No one liked that one. Alright. We'll come back to that later. Alright, so where was I? Known for the deep underground, deep holes, half underground. Okay. Blackland Stronghold. Alright, where is Blackland? Blackland is in the center, and it's a ruined tower. Okay. We lost all of our viewers. No. Oh my god. Let me minimize that down again. And, okay, so it's roughly there. Alright. There we go. So it's roughly about there. Again, go back to the color scheme I was using. And let's try that. It's called Blackland Hold. Okay. I think in this case we can shift enter. Although I will shrink that down. Alright, let's see how that looks. Not bad. Alright. Let's continue on, because up there would be the Great Desert, so that makes sense. Okay, all's good. We've gotten a few of them done, which isn't too bad. Oh, my viewers. No! It's a sad day. I had a mass exodus. It's probably because Amaranth is chatting. That usually ends up losing me all my viewers. Alright. Let me see what else we can do. So we can do the human stronghold next. Although I don't have a name for it. There we go. Which is about right here. I don't think we came up with a name for it, so I'll have to come back later to it. Alright. I think that's all Monster wanted to come and hang out for. He just legitimately just wanted that one name, and that was it. He was good. Oh, man. Okay. Let's see. Do I have any more capitals? I do have a couple of capitals done. It's just I don't have names for them yet. So we'll do the other capitals as we have names for them. Or we don't have names for them. Alright, let's see. So you're roughly far away from that river, so which is there. So roughly in here. Okay. Jesus, the design on this thing isn't very great. Let's inverse. Oh, no, no, on. I want to mirror you. Right about there. Okay. And then let's see. So we have that one at the mouth of the rivers up there. As we get the names done later. There we go. Oops, let's turn off the mirror. There we go. Got that one down. I don't have a capital there. We do have a capital for the genocide, which is literally smack dab in the middle of its lands. In relation to Icy Dawn, where are you? So you're angled from it. So it'd be somewhere around here. And what kind of symbol did I use? I used that one. Okay. We'll put it right about here. Should work. We'll have to remove a few of those trees though. Oops. Alright. Let's not do mountains. I'm just gonna do... There we go. We just don't need these little trees in the way. Alright. There we go. Perfect. Alright. We do have the 3 hives down here that we can do. Which I believe are in my ruins. Yep. Okay, so let's see if we can find where the 3 hives are. So one is just north of this river. There. One is, oops, nope, well, shoot. One is down next to that gulf, which is right about here. And then the last one is close to this thing. There we go. Alright, perfect. So we've got those down. I don't think I have the capital for them down. Okay, so we're just gonna go south a bit from that. Okay. Let me look again. Yeah, it's that thing right here. Okay. What did I use for that? I used that city. Okay. Yeah, I think it was. Oops. What? No, come back out. And it was that. And it's just right about here. That works. We've got some good castles designs in here. Alright. I don't have the goblin capital picked out yet, so I'm not going to bother with that. I don't have the capital of the gnomes done yet, so... Alright. And all of them are done. We do have that one done. Okay, so that's in the floating center. Oops. So it's right about there. Okay. There. There we go. And let's just get rid of some of those palm trees. Let's not do symbols. Let's not do mountains. There you go. Move over there. There we go. Much better. Alright. Perfect. So let's see how it looks now. We're getting there. Looking better. Definitely looking better. We've got some work still to do on it, but for right now, it's a good starter. We'll save that. I will export it. We'll get the C names in it here soon. Alright. And boom. I think that's pretty good for right now. We'll go ahead and... Sorry, saved it. So I think that we'll call that good for today. I think that's a good start to a stream. I'll be back at 11 o'clock with some gaming. Don't know what I'm going to play. I think it's going to be either a Total War Warhammer 2 or the Dwarves. We'll see. But thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoy.